ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in today to another edition of MJR and Friends. You got your host, Mike Rossi, DJ Mike, whatever you want to call me. I'm the host of MJR and Friends, and today we are here with one of the co-founders of Ohanga, Mr. Subham Sett. Subham, how you doing today?
Doing very well, Mike. Glad to be on your show.
Yes, and thank you very much. And we want to shout out, first of all, Jillian Lawrence. She was on our podcast, I think, earlier this year. Showing off her beautiful artwork. So she referred me to you, so thank you very much, Jillian. Quickly, before we start, Ohanga is a showroom and experience center that aspires to provide sustainable home and living choices with brands that are verified local to the community. Not national, is local. All local artists and brands that are curated by Ohanga and run by their creative partners. Ohanga is beautiful, and we're going to show off some pictures first of all, but let's find where we can see Ohanga in person or online. You can check it out down below, social media at Ohanga Together, their website, and locations, Garden City and Newport. Garden City is new, and we're going to talk a lot about Garden City today. But Subham, first, I would love to find out, what is your story? Where do you come from? What's your background? Well, let's hear it.
I'm going to try and keep it as simple as I can, Mike. So it's a long story. I didn't grow up in the United States. I came here in 98. I was an immigrant, but I started my journey in Colorado. I'm an engineer by trade. I did my master's degree I'm a buff. I'm a Colorado buff. And I worked in Colorado for a couple of years before moving to the East Coast. I moved to Providence in 2003, and I was working for an engineering company. We designed everything from planes to cars and worked with the companies that did it. But I did that for about 2 decades, and right before COVID, I wanted to do something else. And my wife's an artist, so I'm just segueing into where we are with Ohanga. And during COVID, all of her shows were getting canceled. She usually sold at the local fairs, at the markets, at the artisanal things. But because she couldn't sell, she just lost that opportunity to connect with the locals. So it sort of sparked in my head is to say, hey, either I can do what I'm doing with my life, working for all these big companies, or can we take a step back and start helping folks such as my wife who are artists? And as you know, if you talk to any artist out there, they're doing everything by themselves. Plus, they have a full-time job somewhere else too. So it's not easy for them. And I kind of had been helping her as, let's say, a supportive husband does or a spouse does. And I said, can we take it beyond that? And around that time, I was talking to my partner, co-founder. She's also from the tech world like me. She's a local. She lives in East Greenwich like me. And we said, hey, can we get together and do something for them? And long story short, it's 16 months later, we are here. We went online last year, but right now we have physical locations both in Newport and in Garden City, because we want to bring Ohanga to everybody so they can see the artists.
Before we get into Garden City and just back during engineering, so did you find yourself interested in artwork during that time? Did you dabble in it at all beforehand, or?
That's a very good question. I would like to say I'm very creative by nature. So even when I was an engineer, I love photography since I was a child. I got my first camera when I was in 3rd grade or 4th grade. It was a black and white, film camera from my dad. He just said, do whatever with it. And then that started growing to become a hobby, a passion. And, I still think it's more of a passion than more of a profession for me. But I loved going deeper and deeper, and I've done that. But at the same time, like I was alluding to earlier, my spouse is a full-time artist. So even though I had my job as an engineer working for engineering companies, at home it was always the arts. Can we try this? Can we try that? What about experimenting with a different medium? And as you can see, even I'm not sure if your audience can see the paintings behind. Those are all my kids' paintings. So They love the arts. So it's always kind of been there as a passion and a hobby. I do my stuff, they do their stuff. We collaborate, we do projects. But then it started expanding out to say, okay, can we take whatever we've learned as a family, start working with the others, and see if we can make it work for them?
I tried to do artwork in the back with my wall.
I like that. Are you an illustrator yourself, or is this by hand?
No, so those are actually vinyl records. I didn't draw that. The artwork was me putting it on there.
I got it. I flubbed it. Got it. But we have, since you pointed that out, this is the fun thing about working with so many artists. We have an artist. She lives in Newport. She lives in Middletown, Rhode Island. She takes old vinyls and makes earrings out of them.
Earrings, you said? Wow.
So that's the fun thing has been, yes, certainly, working with my wife, I learned a lot, but then now working with so many other artists, people are innovative. But the challenge that everyone has in the art side is, okay, what do you make, that will sell? And artists, they struggle with that because they are, they have to come up with the ideas, they have to do the marketing, they have to do the selling, they have to do everything on their own. It's a lot of work. And that's how we got into where we are. But, it's amazing how, and maybe it's a Rhode Island thing too, is people are not just creative, but they're fiercely loyal to local. And we're definitely seeing the benefit of that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's crazy how you can make art out of everything.
Yeah.
Everything. It's insane. I definitely want to check that out, though, even though I don't wear earrings, but those are cool. I would definitely love to see those. Yeah, I would love to do that. I'd love to do that. Let's talk about your new location heading into Garden City, and let's take a quick little peek. I love Garden City. Garden City is it's beautiful. They've done a lot of work to Garden City over the years, and so many new things in there. What's one of the biggest things, or maybe a few reasons, what drew you to Garden City? Was there other locations, but what drew you to Garden City?
That's a very good question, Mike. When I moved to Rhode Island, I remember Garden City back to, let's say, 2003, 2004, where it was and where it is now. It's seen a huge change. It's a very good community center at the same point. It's not just a place where people go to shop. People go there, go for walks in the morning. When I go there now in the morning, I see so many dog lovers, so many people who are just simply exercising as if it's, let's say, state park, which is awesome to see that kind of action, even when the stores are closed. But the management there has done a fantastic job to create community. They have events happening all the time. And we were talking to them for a while, and when they said, hey, this opportunity has come up, you guys want to do a pop-up, it was an easy decision, because when we got started, of course, last year, it was during COVID, everything was closed. We were only online. And early in the year, again, keep in mind, I'm an engineer. My co-founder is an engineer. We've never done retail before. So we said, hey, let's start with Newport and see if we can somehow connect the artists to what was coming in from, what the tourists would get. And we got some good traction over the summer, but we always wanted to be in the heart of Rhode Island. And at the moment, I could be wrong, but from whatever we've seen and heard, and what we're witnessing is that Garden City's become that kind of go-to place for Rhode Islanders to shop, to eat, and also, to have a feeling of community. And there wasn't anything as local like the way we are trying to do there when it comes to, art. Of course, there's, there are local stores there from, chocolates to salons, etc., but not on the things that we were trying to do. So it was a very easy decision from a business perspective to say we should be there.
Absolutely. And don't forget, too, on Mondays, you got Awful Monday.
Yes.
They buy one, get one. They better be giving you some awful waffles over there. I love that. And again, let's just take a quick, peek at the front, and that's beautiful right there.
And if you hold that, just Mike, I'll just
Yeah,
interject there. So the display that you see there, this photo doesn't do service because it's during the day. It is one of the best display works done by our artists. So Jillian Kelshaw that you mentioned earlier, she's one of the artists that worked on the display. And we had another artist who's actually a high school art teacher. They collaborated to get that whole design going. And it is stunning when you go at night. You'll just watch it for the sake of art.
it's beautiful,
So it's
beautiful.
fantastic.
Yeah, and I even love the inside.
Yeah. Inside is beautiful, as you can see
The
here.
blue is amazing. Like I love blue.
Thank you very much. As you can see in the photo also it is the way we've set up Garden City is not just a shopping experience. It's really a showroom and a showcase for all these artists. These artists, struggle. There is no question about it. But they're also in a lot of the stores. There's quite a few very good gift stores in Rhode Island that you can find them. But what we wanted to do here is to give them a shot at taking on, let's say, the nationals. We wanted to be in a place where there's a lot of regional and national brands that people are shopping. But we wanted them to come here and see, hey, these guys can compete with the quality of the work, the value of the art, as well as the fact that these are your neighbors that are creating these. There's no reason why it's not just okay, shop local, buy local, just a moral question. For us, it was always, can we do it from a business side and compete for the business that's going to nationals by putting the right let's say artist brands in front of the people and let them decide if it works or not. So far the response from the community has been fantastic.
That's amazing. Is there any in this picture? I mean, is there any picture you'd like to talk about at all? Like, I like the light. Is that a lighthouse?
Yes.
That's
So
beautiful.
yeah, I'll talk to a few here. So what you see along the slats are, let's say, more home decor, fine decor, functional art pieces. But right above the slat, those are really art pieces. And each of those pieces, I'll talk about the photo wall on the top, is a local photographer, but it's a collection of photographs from different photographers and different perspectives. So what's clipped in the photo that you see, there's actually two lighthouses on the left side.
Mm-hmm.
The one, it's the Newport. I'm blanking on the name of the. I don't think it's Watch Hill. It's the lighthouse in Newport, or it could be Watch Hill. I'm mistaken, if I'm not mistaken. But it's a sunset. It's calm. You can see the water. There's nothing in it. But right after that is another lighthouse. I think that's the Connecticut Point. And the photographer waited months to get a perfect shot. It's dramatic to get that shot with the waves on it crashing. So you have calm, you have a dramatic element, once in a lifetime probably event. Maybe I'm exaggerating, once in a lifetime, but still, it's a harder shot to get. So just
That's
contrasting
beautiful.
them side by side, I felt, once we got the right art, the photographers and their work, it was awesome. In the center, that's where I think, people should totally come and check these out in the store, is Providence downtown. But one is, again, an evening, the water is calm. The right-hand side is in the middle of a storm. And there is a huge thunderbolt that's caught in that photo. So
Oh my
it
God.
just blows your mind off when you see it. And then towards the end, I think it is down at Point Judith, and right next to that is a night sky photo. I'm a night photographer, just so you know.
Okay.
I do like going at night.
Oh wow.
That's not one of my photos, but I like to give all the artists, that space. But it is absolutely gorgeous what you can find at night in Rhode Island. And our goal here was to show Rhode Island,
Wow.
the beauty of Rhode Island that exists. You see that on Facebook all the time when people post, but seeing it blown up, it just blows your mind away.
I love it. It's you don't have a lot of places like this that you might go to an art shop and there's pictures of New York. There's pictures. A lot of places like I've seen artwork. There's pictures of mountains in
Yeah.
North Dakota, or there's pictures of the Twin Tower. There's don't really see drawn pictures or artwork of Rhode Island.
Yeah.
At a lot of places.
Yeah.
And Jillian, again, to bring her up for the fourth time, she's gonna love this episode. She's gonna be watching. She'll be like, they talked about me the whole time. They had a picture. She drew. I keep saying drew,
Yeah.
but she had a piece of artwork that she did with a Narragansett beer, or is it Dell's Lemonade? One of those.
Yeah. I remember that. She's very good at that, and in fact, she's also one of our featured artists. So you saw the photo wall, but then on the other walls there, we have some of her awesome, I'm going to call it duochromatic work, where the color shifting work, because we wanted to make this again about the artists and about it's not just about selling. Sure, if you want to buy stuff, yes, we are selling it, but we want people to come and experience the local artists. They all live here in our neighborhoods. When people come to the store, ask, okay, where was this made? Oh, this was made in Cranston. Oh, this was made in Coventry. Or this was made in Middletown. You don't get that.
No.
You're not going to get any store here, let alone here, wherever. I can literally point and say, the lady that you're seeing on the screen there, she lives in Bristol. The lady who makes those floor mats, she lives in Barrington, things like that.
Wow.
It's all local. And it's a powerful message. And I think COVID has taught that to us also, is yes, you can go and shop as much as you want online. But one thing is, if you start doing that, you don't know where the source is. It's just like food, right? We talk about farm to table a lot in Rhode Island. It's like, do you know your source? In this case, you know your source. This was not made by somebody somewhere that you don't know, possibly made somewhere out of the country too. It could be handmade, but it's made by someone who doesn't live here. Candles. Why do you need to buy candles? Let's say even handmade candles online from somebody in Austin, where that same stuff you could get from North Kingstown. And we have that. People have had access to that through the local markets, right? Your weekend markets, etc. But what if you wanted something more permanent, 24/7, and also where you're buying candles from the chain stores? Garden City, there's enough out there that you'll get candles from, the big chain stores.
Mm-hmm.
But why not just go local and help that local artist? Not just because I'm saying it's local, but because of the quality.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want people to buy and say, I'm going to support local. I want people to buy because they look and say, it is not just the right thing to do, but it is good. That's what we are hoping to accomplish here, is that it is good. That's why we're getting it.
So when you talk about in one of the pitches or whatever, you were saying, the person who made this artwork is from Bristol. Well, let's bring up what's happening in a week or two. I don't even know what month it is. It's October. But there's so many amazing pieces of artwork that you have and will continue to have. Is there an opportunity for people to come meet the artist, to come see your store in person? Is there an opportunity for that?
Yes, there is. And when we were setting the space up, we really wanted the artist brand to shine. And the way we did it, of course, is not just the displays, but also the signage we have. All the signage that one visits there, they'll see, okay, it's actually artist provided signage and photos and model. Some of the artists have, they've actually modeled themselves and they're on our signage. But that is one part of the story. The second part is, if somebody wants to go today, let's say, and say, oh, I want to find out really about this artist, we actually write the artist stories. So I'll just fall back on Jillian because you know her. If somebody goes online and looks for Jillian on our website, they'll see her 2-page story, which is her life story. It's not just about what she creates. But it still doesn't, come close to meeting somebody in person. So, with COVID where it is, there's still some light at the end of the tunnel. So what we are doing is a meet and greet event in Garden City. It's called the Heart to Art event, October 21st at Ohanga. And for location-wise, we are right between Mini Lux and Fat Face. But there, Again, Mayor Ken Hopkins has graciously agreed to do a ribbon cutting for
Wow.
us at 5. We're going to have We want to make it an event where it's not just meet the artists and get to know them and their work, but also there's going to be some light food as well as wine. But it's all
Wow.
about the artists. We're going to be there helping you, process orders so you can get the shopping experience. But you can talk to all the artists that are going to be there that day, ask them about how they did it, what their life journey, etc. is. But it's a great place to come in, not just see, but also start living, the local. It's not just seeing, but also living with these artists and, what they do, where they live, what's their process for the work. Are they going to, see them somewhere at a show or an artisan market? Totally, yes. We want that kind of exposure. We are just here to help the artists grow their business.
Wow.
And this is a good way for them.
Yeah, so October 21st, which is again in a couple of weeks right now. That's great. It made me bring up that's the wrong one. Let's bring this back up. So again, October 21st, you can check that out. And again, we'll show that towards the episode. And I'll be in our link to the description of this episode on YouTube, be on Facebook, be on everything. Let's get it on NBC 10 too. That'd be great. I do have a question for you. I kind of want the question to ask you of how consumers can come meet the artist. How does a artist in Johnston get their artwork into your
That is
locations?
an excellent question. We have an online application process. So if people go to ohanga.com, there's an artist apply section into the artist navigation bar, and they can apply. What that does is it sets up a process where they start talking with our team for what their goals and aspirations are. And the first thing we try and do for them is to create that artistic profile online and get them set up online.
And you can see too, this is the website right over here.
There you go. And under artists, if you click on artists on the top navigation, there's an artist apply now button. It's a simple process. It's not always guaranteed that we will accept artists, but what we are always looking for are people who really, are doing it themselves. So we verify that they're local. That's the way, and we have an interview process. And once that's done, and they're set up online, it just starts opening up so many opportunities for them to sell outside online, which could either be Newport or Garden City. We also do gift boxes. I was with the team before this, planning out our holiday gift season and what we'd have in gift boxes. And based on that, we place orders with our artists so they get paid right away for the work they're doing. So there's different models we've used with them, but we highly encourage artists to find us, apply. And, it's meant to be a level field also, because we want to give that to all the artists, not just, established artists, but up and coming artists. Because, people have to start somewhere.
Absolutely. That's awesome. And again, you can check out the website, www.ohanga.com. Two-part question. What's new and exciting for Ohanga? And what's the goal heading into the holiday season? You're coming out of the nice weather. Now you're heading into beautiful weather, because I love the fall, so I consider it beautiful. What's the goals going into the holiday season, and some new and exciting things going on?
So the goal going into holiday season is that our creatives have spent a lot of effort, over the last few years, trying to sell, but they're all hurting. We wanted this season to be our best shot at helping them to reach an audience. That's why we picked Garden City. And we just opened, 3 weeks ago. So our opening reception is kind of meant to usher in the holiday shopping season. Start looking at their work. These are handmade products. These aren't something that's coming off the line of a lot somewhere else. And of course, there's a problem with that this holiday season, right? Is that they're already talking about supply chain issues, getting, gifts in time, etc. So keep these artists in mind. And that's our goal, is to keep everyone aware of who the artists are, what is in the stores, and keep them front and center in terms of holiday shopping. The season starts now. Do it sooner and not later. That's what we're focused on. And we're, from a newness perspective, in addition to Garden City being brand new as a pop-up, we're introducing our gift boxes, or we are refreshing our gift boxes, I should say. Last year, we had a set of gift boxes that we had some good success with some of them. We're not only bringing them back, but we're adding a few new ones. These are already curated. If somebody is in a pinch and says, okay, I really don't have time to gift, something as a winter gift or a Christmas gift, this is something that's curated. It's unique, it's local. So get them for yourself or for loved ones. But, our main focus moving into the next, 10 weeks is about, making sure we have the right stock from the artists, making sure we can place orders with them so they can deliver on time before the holiday, and then making sure, people that come walk away with something so unique that they won't find anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
That is the beauty of what we do. That's the beauty of what our artists do to make it happen, right? So we use a slogan called "There's only one of you and one of me." It is a match made, and you're not going to get this anywhere else. You're not going to get that on Etsy. You're not going to get that on Amazon. Try it. Where are you going to get it here? So we want people to remember that, or your audience to remember that, and to come and say, yeah, I'm going to support these guys, but actually I'm going to walk away with something that is so mind-blowing that they won't find it anywhere else.
That's the whole goal.
That's the whole goal.
They want to walk in and not find it anywhere else. I do have one final question, and then I got a little something fun for us to do. Because we always end the show with a game. Oh yeah, you're gonna be put on the spot.
You're gonna be put on the spot. I suck at games, man. I can go watch a game and cheer for a team.
Hey, I appreciate the honesty. I appreciate it because most of the time, 90% of the guests on here don't do well at this game at all. So we're gonna have a lot of fun. I'm excited. My final question to you is: it kind of popped up while during the conversation. Do you ever see yourself branching, or the business branching into like activities like I think of, a paint and wine, which I actually enjoyed. I didn't think I would enjoy, and maybe it was the wine because my picture did not come out good. I did not do well at all because I'm just not artistic. But do you ever see yourself branching into activities like that at all, or no?
That is so. The short answer is, it's not a if, it's a when.
Awesome. Wow.
The reason I say that is we have a collective of more than 100 artists. Many of them are teachers. And if you think of the art world, artists do stuff and they hope somebody would buy. With our center also, with the showcase center, it's also a place where people can come and look at stuff and say, hey, I really want something else. So there's two parts. I'll answer that in two parts. One is they can get commissions done. It's much easier for the artists that way because they know exactly what somebody wants and they can make it for them instead of having to predetermine what somebody might, buy in a painting. So that's one. Second, many of these guys, folks are, they love talking about their art. So whether it's through a paint and, a wine show, or we have, one person who actually does aromatherapy. She does custom blends, and she's happy to teach people how to make these blends so people can get their own scents going. So we've got soap makers, right? So soap makers, we have needle felters. So we've got so many, so much talent. It's a matter of deciding how do we start it. But the interest has come from our users. And we have artists that are willing to do it. It's just making the two line up. And I'm sure we're going to go there, once we've gone through the holiday season and say, okay, what do we do? Because nobody's going to come in, let's say, September, February saying, hey, I'm going to buy my next set of Christmas gifts. So we have to get the artists away in front of their audience. And I think your suggestion, is a very good one and spot on.
I will be there. I will be there. I will be a proponent of the wine.
There you go.
I
You
don't
can
know
help select the wine too, whatever you want, man.
the picture won't come out good, but I'll be there. I will definitely come.
Yeah.
I would definitely come. Well, thank you so much for coming on, and but it ain't over yet because it's now time to play. Our latest
Yeah.
edition is playing game time. It's time to play. Name that.
It's time to play Name That.
See, I need an artist to come on or someone to customize a new intro because I just don't like that intro anymore. But I'm going to use it. And today we're going to play our latest edition because we did this with another special guest that we've talked about plenty of times. So we're done talking about her. But anyway, it's time to play Name That Artwork.
Ooh.
Don't say that. You're going to be like, oh my God, what is this? So here's the name of the game. Well, here's the game. I already said the name. I'm going to show a picture of a piece of artwork. Now, these are some of the rarest artworks that I found. You got to name what artwork it is. All right. So let's do it up. First one. There we go.
Oh my gosh. That's the name, dude. It's flowers. I love flowers.
That is incorrect. Incorrect. You get the little audience in the background.
Oh man.
That is called. Well, you did have flowers, right? So I'll give you half a point, but it's called poppy flowers.
Oh, I love. Damn it, got it.
And do you know? Would you think who would you know who or make a guess who did it?
No, I wouldn't.
Vincent Van Gogh.
Okay, cool.
Van Gogh. So yeah, so he's the one that got his ear bitten off. Right? I think so. See, I know some stuff. All right, next one.
That one seems to be some nurses trying to hack off a guy. I don't know.
That couldn't be so much longer. But
It's a piano. Got it. There's a piano there. It looks like a baby grand.
That was probably one of the best answers I've ever had on this show. That was one of the best answers, but that is incorrect. You get the Despise soundtrack again. That is, it's called The Concert by Johannes Vermeer.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've heard the name, and but who's playing? It looks like the lady on the left-hand side is playing.
Yeah, it says an ambient scene of a man and two women performing music.
Awesome.
So, yeah. This painting's estimated value is over $200 million.
Wait, no NFTs? Okay, I guess this is not an NFT product. So
I guess you can't buy it in Bitcoin. I don't know.
yeah.
Next one. There we go.
You can see I flunked my art lessons. You have to put equations there. I'll tell you exactly what they mean. This is somebody sad and jilted, a jilted lover on a horse going somewhere.
Incorrect. Incorrect. It's called The Just Judges by Jan van Eyck.
Wow.
Yeah, it doesn't say the projected value, but it was stolen supposedly in 1934 and created in the 1400s.
Wow.
So interesting stuff.
So is this the original, or is this? It looks like a black and white. That's why I'm asking. Or it was painted like this.
I think this is the original.
Wow.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but I think that's the original. I do. All right, you're 0 for 3. Not doing so hot, but
I'm not going to do hot on art. I've seen this.
Oh, you got potential.
Yeah, I've seen this. Give me a hint, man. Give me a hint before I flub.
All right. Has to do. There's a name. The name of the sea is also in Narragansett. It's it's not. I'm sorry, that's the wrong way to give you a hint. It's a part of Narragansett is named this after the sea. And there's obviously a storm.
Yeah. So you said okay.
Where's George's? You know George's in Narragansett?
Yes. So it's
a part of Narragansett. It's like a port. It's part of Narragansett where the Block Island Ferry leaves.
Point Judith? Galilee?
Yes.
Close?
Yes.
No?
Yeah. So
Yeah, I
it's
got one. Okay.
you got one. You got one. You get the applause. You get the applause. Yeah, it's called
Wow.
the Storm on the Sea of Galilee.
Wow.
Oh,
When was this made? Who made this? This is very fascinating.
it says painted in 1633 by Rembrandt van Rijn.
Wow.
Sorry for the offensive accent. Yeah. So supposedly these are actually all these pictures are actually wanted missing photos. They were all stolen.
Wow.
So this one was stolen. I don't know, years ago, but it's a $5 million reward.
Wow.
Well, if anyone finds it. So
That's
make
going to
some
be
money.
a hard one to fake, too. It's just so visual, vibrant. It
Beautiful.
almost feels like, it's scary almost.
Yeah, I would be terrified to be on that boat.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, one final one. So you're 1 of 4. Let's see if you can make it 2 of 5.
So this seems to be childbirth. Maybe
I think so.
wrong.
Yeah, you're close. What would you name this?
Baby Jesus? No.
That is incorrect.
Oh man.
This is called Nativity with Saint Francis and Saint Lawrence.
Okay, I came close. I said
You
baby
came close.
Jesus.
This is done by Caravaggio.
Okay, Caravaggio. Okay.
Yeah, supposedly it was destroyed. Hello, can you hear me? I'm back.
Yes. You're talking about Caravaggio, and then you just went. Boop.
Yeah. So I don't know what happened over here. I think I honestly hit a chord with my leg. So we are back. We are back. All right, yeah. So supposedly this painting was rumored to be hidden abroad, or that it was destroyed during a 1980 earthquake.
Wow.
Yeah. So
it's destroyed. It's no longer in existence.
Rumored to be destroyed or stolen. Yeah.
This is like straight up the alley for Rhode Island, bounty hunters. It's like they're gonna go find it somewhere.
Yeah.
Just to leave clues for them, man.
Hey, we just came up with great ideas. We came up with a paint and wine night, and then we came up with bounty hunters for art. Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Well,
it's fun. It's trippy, man.
No, of course. Well, that has been the latest edition with even technical difficulties because I randomly dropped out. That's been the latest edition of Name That, where Subham went 1 of 5. One and a half. So you get an applause and you get some laughter as well. So you get both of that. So
it's time to play Name That.
All right. Well, we want to thank you, Subham, for coming on today and discussing your new location in Garden City. And again, let's just point this out one final time. October 21st will be the Heart to Art, where you can join the Ohanga Garden City for the first ever Heart to Art artist reception. 5 o'clock, and will be the ribbon cutting by Mayor Ken Hopkins. And then 6 o'clock, you have wine, some aperitifs, something like that. Did I say that right?
You said it right.
Nice aperitifs. And there'll be some art. You get to meet the artists that have done the artwork. And also, great shopping, especially for the holidays too. If you want to get it done early, get started early, come by October 21st. I'm going to try my best to be there. I'd love to come by and check out the place. And it's been a pleasure talking with you. It really has been. And I want to definitely thank you again for coming on. And just one final time, where can everyone find you?
They can find me at ohanga.com. That's our website. Or if they want to come specifically looking for me or my co-founder, we're always there in the Garden City location, sometimes in Newport. But Garden City is where you'll find us most of the time now. So if you're just going to go there, just pop in and say hi. Any questions? If you're an artist, come and say hi to us there. We'll talk to you. And Mike, I want to say thank you very much for doing this. I know this is a lot of work for you. Hopefully we had some fun together, and then
I did. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna keep you in mind for anything DJ related that comes in the future.
I said I could tear it up.
There you go, man.
I think
we'll
I
take
can.
you up on that.
I think I can. I just be warned though. I play a lot of Michael Jackson, so you'll be warned. As you couldn't tell. So
there you go. We'll take it.
But anyway, thank you everyone so much for checking out today's podcast. And you can check us out down below, MJR Entertainment, Instagram, and YouTube, all the same. This is going to be on Spotify, all platforms, and especially YouTube. Please check this out. Please share this. And again, October 21st, can head down to I keep saying Ohanga. Ohanga. Keep saying it. All right. Ohanga. You could check out Ohanga anytime, Garden City, but also especially October 21st for the Heart to Art event. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Take care.